about selecting which stocks to short? What kind of companies do you short?
I don't think in those terms at all. I try to confine myself to selling short stocks that are overvalued, and that could be in any sector you care to think of.
How do you select them?
Well, I constantly look at shares going up, and I wonder to myself whether that's a sensible move. And if I begin to doubt it, then I dig further. And if they happen to be selling spades to Eskimos when the ice is rock hard, then I think, well, they're not going to get very far with that. So I'll oppose that. I don't have any fixed views at all.
It seems like you've initiated short ideas in almost every industry. Are there any industries that you gravitate to more than others?
No. There can't be, because over and undervaluations can occur in all sectors of the market.
You tend to prefer targeting smaller firms whose share prices tend to be more responsive to such analysis. Is it because companies' stock prices tend to be more volatile and less well researched?
Oh yes, certainly. Institutional investors, who are typically very well advised, do not trade or invest in smaller companies simply because they can't get a lot of stock in the first instance to amend the chances of their portfolio, and then when things go wrong they can't sell it either. So as a result they tend to leave those propositions alone. And it also means that the private investor, the smaller investor, is given a much better playing field where he can achieve a good result.
Do you think that there's more examples of fraud in smaller companies, which is potentially a better site for you?
I think the short answer to that is yes, but I certainly never take the view that fraud generally doesn't occur in large companies. Right at the moment I'm looking at a major construction company where I'm sure that they are engaged in paying very large bribes with a view to furtherance of their business. And I'm not talking about bribes in far-off territories, but bribes they're carrying out with local authorities and so forth here in this country. Now, of course, this is criminal, and perhaps it will come out. On the other hand, perhaps it won't. So we'll just have to wait and see.
And would you be looking to short on that? I mean, have you got a short position on it?
No, I don't. I don't, because, of course, the suspicion goes through one's mind that the fact that they're obtaining their business by bribery doesn't mean to say they'll make a loss, or that the competition will do any better, who possibly are also paying bribes. So I don't know. I think bribery in an overseas territory, which is now, of course, very difficult under the Bribery and Corruption Act of 2010, seems to me a perpetual problem overseas, because there the climate of morality is determined by the overseas territory. And I'm not sure where that leads to at all. However, within this country, I personally think bribery is absolutely deplorable, and I think society should clamp down on it really ruthlessly should it come across it. But my impression is, I certainly don't have any proof, my impression is that bribery occurs on quite a large scale and nothing's done about it. It's very unsatisfactory, but that's what happens.